President Biden is promising to respond to that deadly drone strike in the Middle East that killed 3 American soldiers and hurt dozens of others over the weekend.
Washington correspondent Hannah Brandt joins us live from D.C. to explain what we know about this attack and the U.S.'s plan to counter it. Hannah, good morning.
Vanessa, Craig, good morning. This marks the first time U.S. service members have been killed since the start of the Israel-Hamas war. And now U.S. intelligence leaders are gathering more details and planning out how to respond.
In a moment of mourning, President Biden acknowledged the deaths of 3 American soldiers. U.S. Central Command says they were killed by an overnight drone strike at a logistics support base in northeast Jordan near the border of Syria. It also injured at least 34 American troops. The president called the attack despicable and said it was carried out by Iran-backed militant groups, and he vowed they'll be held responsible. This is the first time American service members were killed by enemy attackers since the start of the Israel-Hamas war, although several U.S. military bases in the Middle East have been under attack. And in response, the U.S. has struck targets in Iraq, Syria, and Yemen in recent months. But the president's Republican rivals say he hasn't done enough, with former President Donald Trump calling the deadly strike, quote, yet another horrific and tragic consequence of Joe Biden's weakness and surrender. Republican presidential candidate Nikki Haley also addressed the attack.
The fact that we lost 3 and dozens were wounded after 160 attacks on our men and women in the military, it is absolutely shameful.
8 of the injured soldiers were flown out of Jordan to receive further medical care. They are said to be in stable condition. Craig, Vanessa, back to you.
Hannah, we know President Biden facing pressure from Congress about how to respond to this attack. What can you tell us about that?
That's right. Over the past 24 hours or so, we've heard a lot of Republican lawmakers urge President Biden to hit Iran directly. Of course, U.S. intelligence leaders and the president are weighing concerns about escalating the war and widening the conflict in the Middle East.
All right, Hannah, thank you. Well, now to a terrifying story from Los Angeles.